Welcome one and all to the stream. I'm McSnally, your baffled time-traveling host. And, after the Stanley Parable asked for the time again, it did, this. Not sure what this is. Before we get started, can I just say something? Yes. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. Hello, hello. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favourite time. Okay? Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Okay, let's see how much it remembers of where we were.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Do you think it'll remember anything about the confusion?
On his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee...
See, look at that! Like, 34 milliseconds that he's supposed to hold it down.
And although others might have considered...
New heading unlock narrator crashes your computer.
Every moment that the orders...
Oh, you gained energy.
As though he had been made exactly
Nice.
for this job. And Stanley...
I mean, it is, late.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever...
Message my
change
highlight.
Stanley.
I've been reading things
Something
backwards.
he would never quite forget. He had been at his
Oops.
desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Welcome back. Quit the game and then start it again. I wouldn't say I quit the game, but I understand why it... Oh, okay. So it's just the beginning of this one. Lovely. You understand what now? Close it. No.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Said, please don't crash my computer again. Reading it backwards. Ah, I see. Everything. Oh!
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying
Yes.
the ultra deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Oh,
So
okay.
I made something special
Oh.
and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
I'm not sure why we have a copy machine in this old Gothic Dark Souls game, but it's amazing, and I love it. And, oh!
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley,
Zone, sweet zone.
remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release. Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
Moscow.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Stanley. What have they? The Last of Us. festivals. But no, it's the Stanley Parable, surely. Good times. Yeah, look, rooms. Let's begin again. This is quite lovely. Our first kiss, my first car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. By the narrator. Oh, look, we've got no clock. What the heavens is that? I remember. The memory zone. Temp. Mind control facility. 2013. How lovely. Oh. I like something. Something. Oh, I love work. I just hate my bots. Ah, yes. Buy on Steam on Mozilla Firefox start page. The original remake? Oh my goodness. It's $1. A trip down memory lane. Bits of music from the Stanley Parable. Smile because it happened. What happened to that? Oh my goodness, the miniatures of some of the props. Would you rather... Oh, what a perfect question for right now. Would you rather have a terrible memory or absolutely no common sense? Terrible memory. Thank you, I already deal with that. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Have not, gotten that. Nominee. Ah. Is this the same one multiple times? Okay. New video game releasing today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Rutgers goes from scandal to new crisis. Colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. Costs hinder new tech to achieve diversity. Business leaders pushing election of council allies. 50% off designer hat. But a small creature owns the other. Half. Yes. All the news that's fit to print. Aha. Late edition. I already have practically no common sense. Oh no. Oh no. Los Angeles Times. LA Times. It is Stanley Parable deals tough choices. This is so pretty. Oh, what's this? Loving memory, little Stanley. Oh, that's it. Oh. Is this French? Oh, I can't actually go to the bench. Well, still pretty. Oh. Why is there water dripping sounds? Where's the...
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's
Stanley is
a good game reviewer. The original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
I think they meant it metaphorically.
It's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour of new elevator content? Oh, there's a new woman. My external drive is, fell. Ah, Stanley Parable. Ah, yes. Pictures. The Tasteful, nostalgic. It was good. I mean, those particular pictures feel very liminal, and, oh, look, Minecraft. I had birds. Oh, what's down there? Hold on, what's down there? Memory zone maintenance? I cannot open it. Dang. Ah, I was curious. Stanley Parable. Yes, the 2 doors. The top 10 memories from the Stanley... Top 10 memories. I remember... So they would just be like 10 pages. Person of the year... Oh, it's Stanley! Oh, this is... This is the Unity UI, I think. Oh, it's the 2 character models we have. Stanley and... Miranda? I think? Melinda? Something like that. There's a car for Scott K. Oh, the red and blue door. Stanley Parable. What tie? Bunch of buttons. Okay. Oh, the end is never the end, People play games because what they can do inside of them. Your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. It's the Raphael review. If you have not seen the Raphael review, I strongly recommend looking up the Stanley Parable Raphael review. It's hilarious.
This time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is
fine.
both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
And what's over there? The serious room. Ah, yes. Very serious.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Now can I...
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's
drinks?
Here?
Oh dear.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Some of them, perhaps. Recommended, not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator
And
is
heard.
obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a
hold
serious
on.
work of art.
I was trying to read that.
Full of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but
Yeah,
the game
hilarious.
is
What are you
such a
talking about?
densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
They're everywhere, though. It's a very fun game. It's a, not recommended. I feel like this is a commentary on nostalgia. Let's see. While the idea for the game is good, it becomes very repetitive and boring fast despite all the alternative endings and game cameo appearances. This game is titled thought-provoking, but you'll get the idea. It tries to communicate pretty fast, and then it is just repeating the whole no choice in games thing over and over again. For somebody who prefers non-linear games, its preachiness gets annoying fast, as it is neither a revelation nor very interesting. It is thought-provoking only in the first minutes. I feel like it's less trying to be thought-provoking, more trying to give you a bunch of intriguing options that are funny.
Let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
On console ports, all mentions of Steam were replaced with pressurized games.
It's quite shocking for me.
It's hilarious.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps
Not everyone's going to like what you
isn't
make.
quite as sterling as I always remembered.
The people who loved it, it was perfect. That's why I'm going. Oh. I get it's supposed to be a parable of something, but listening to the patronising voice droning on just isn't fun. You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
Well, the narrator's the entire point.
A skip button?
Yep,
Well,
down it goes.
Yes, I think we can do that. If
No,
I'm
it's-
truly too preachy, then...
You're fine.
Letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit
behind this wall?
Shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices are what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be.
I was just thinking that it sounded like someone from Alice in Wonderland.
Ago, which is why I say the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time.
Oh, it's repeating, yes.
So, now you see, blah, blah, blah,
Would you
blah,
rather
blah,
only
blah,
own
blah,
black
blah,
clothes,
blah,
only
blah,
be
blah,
allowed to...
We've
Wait,
eaten
what?
too much and it can't be just yet.
Or not be allowed... Oh, I'll go with only black clothes.
That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment...
How long do I have to wait before he stops talking?
It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is.
Fine.
Left.
Hello.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Oh.
Maybe a manifesto.
Manifesto even.
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not
That got a
making
little
choices,
confusing.
and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time.
Okay, sure.
By virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you say
That makes more sense.
manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the one
this is
I'm
where the
not sick
repeating
of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right.
Yeah, fair enough.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
Speaking of ways to add unnecessary length to a game.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
Okay, I'm going to
manifesto.
click the button.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
I was hoping I could make him happy by not pressing it, but
Treatise, manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this.
I wouldn't really care if I just had things to do.
Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be
I don't
honest,
think they
I don't even know if one
care.
can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
And
I
perhaps.
have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to
Let
edit
me
a
out.
review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change
Just
the
Cookie 9,
so that
no
the
one
feature
else.
is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
What? Sorry, are we just getting silence now? I can hear the clock ticking, the fan. Narrator? I'm half tempted to just restart.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should
Hello.
say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe
what's the
30,
door?
45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I
Okay.
think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
I don't know, the door's gone.
Or go. Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
No.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option.
Look like it.
I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please. Please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
I guess I did immediately fail at doing nothing. He's not coming back, is it? I think... There we go. Don't worry, narrator, I've figured it out. I'm not taking us back there, you'll be sad.
Hey, come over here. In the vent. Oh, you don't want to see the cool
I do.
surprise I made
You
for
just...
you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Oh, yeah, I liked it, you just got sad. I didn't want you to be sad. We can't even go back in.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, there's the mask. Home we're going. To make him happy, we'll do the regular one.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No. We're being nice to him.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Kind of confuzzled by the math homework.
Random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, second. Sewage Lilies by Claude Monet. Claude Monet. Carte Blanche by Edmond Blanc. That's fair. What kind of math are you learning right now?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
2D or 3D geometry?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I love how most of them are very tidily lined up, and then they've got a few extra scattered ones, as though they realized they needed more of them.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
You don't know if you're doing 2D or 3D geometry? Are you finding
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused.
Are you finding volume, area, perimeter?
Life in someone else's
My brain's
control?
dead.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Oh, welcome back, Lola.
He truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
To be fair, after midnight is a difficult time to be doing mathematics.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't know what those buttons do. Hold up, can I go in here? No? I need to hit those in order. 1, 2, there's 3. Maybe it's that one up there? No, never mind. It won't let me go there. Okay, I guess we'll just leave. It's 2 a.m. and I have to be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I think you need to go to bed, my dear. It's a goblin void something other. Pray, what?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Electric shock risk. Should I turn it on or I should turn it off? I did say I'd do. That was very loud. Make sure to get a lot of sleep tomorrow night, okay?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he
You
realized
really should, though.
this mattered to him.
Sleep
Not
is
only
important.
knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not
Those are
been to
pretty
understand,
plans.
but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
It doesn't really look like a door, though, that does it? It's a building.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Now, if you're going to get very little sleep tonight, or not get any sleep tonight, possibly, then you need to get more sleep tomorrow. Not your usual amount of sleep, extra. Oh, yes, we gave him a little head. It seems to have somehow ended up not quite lining up properly. Oh, wait, we're back here? But...
Psst! Stanley! Come over here!
But you'll get sad if I go there.
Something.
I don't want you to get sad. Dang it. Your usual amount may be fine, usually. But if you already have sleep debt, then you need to fix that by getting more sleep.
Deluxe content turned out to be, well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been
Okay.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
I mean, no, not really.
Video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
That a piano.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Make sure to get good nums as well.
Game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now.
I'm quite certain that Sterling meant that metaphorically.
Alligator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Do you think it's
The
possible
Stanley
to get
Parable
up here
is
so
both
that
a
I could
richly
get through that
stimulating
door?
commentary on the nature of choice in games.
Looking like
and
no.
it offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The
They're a
game-
pro wrestler?
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh, I missed that before. Greatest wealth is memory.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
I didn't know they were
Why
a
would
pro
you give
wrestler.
to go back, to have it all over again? Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no.
Now I need to make the narrator
It's a
sad.
collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Wrestler, journalist, some other
These
stuff.
were glowing as well, weren't they?
I do remember watching, they had, well, I guess not watching, listening to, they had a podcast with,
The narrator is obnoxious and
Gavin
funny, with
from
his
the,
humour and dialogue proving to be more irritating than
The Miracle of Sound,
funny.
and someone else. I forget who the other person
Make a
was.
serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Have fun. Take care.
See what this
I hope you get good numbs soon once the fasting's done there.
Good. For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me
Not
I'm
really.
preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Needle shots.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from
Amanda's
it.
death. Ah.
In areas well, I always thought it did.
Stanley is such a neat name, honestly.
Yeah. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I...
Speaking of Stanley.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up
Hello,
with
the seagulls.
these explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a
Find
skip
a
button.
fish?
A
Or
skip
an
button.
french fries to steal from people?
Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely
That's
it
a
couldn't
strange
hurt.
looking texture.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
As a first time?
And it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Fine.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you...
Hello?
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course,
I love how there's just one plant.
more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
Yes.
As I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review.
I just genuinely don't think the Cookie9 remembers
I don't
reviewing
know
the
if they
game.
can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should
Hello.
say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to.
I would also probably get a bit bored.
But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah.
Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel...
I suppose that's not the bucket that I'm supposed to acquire.
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to
You
move
could
on.
let me go through the ventilation again. No, that looks too small.
Anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go?
I guess he had to make especially large ventilation.
Is there any possibility that you could say...
I did
stand
try,
your body
I
into the
promise.
wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave?
I can't run.
Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with
Yes.
any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please.
I'm sorry.
Press the skip
I'm
button.
going to press it.
Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
I don't think he'll have found the door.
Stanley,
Yes?
please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Did you find a
It's
door?
been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I
Reset
can't
the
control
game?
anything in this room,
Oh.
Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
What else am I going to do?
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met
question.
Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am.
I mean, no one's really.
Waiting for you to press this button and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it and that I'm going to be stuck all alone and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you.
I can't do anything.
As to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone, surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship.
I can't even speak to you, narrator.
Howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea.
Oh, narrator, you are looping
It doesn't
again.
really matter, but here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny
Sorry.
negative thing that anyone ever... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're
Oh,
back.
the plant has died.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh dear.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
I
Me
mean-
talking and you saying nothing.
Yeah, I literally can't speak.
That it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
Is it
isn't
not?
even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not the outcome of the
no.
story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
I mean,
Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along?
I'm sorry, are you having...
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
Speaking of which, I don't cast shadows.
I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it.
I'm so sorry.
Returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Would you rather have a permanent friendly ghost in your home or a scary one who visits once a month? Yeah, friendly ghost. I'll take another roommate, thank you. Is that a smoke detector? Now, see, here's the thing, narrator. I don't want to stay here in silence either, so I'm so sorry. I think it's a yes this next time. But hey, maybe the walls will break and we can leave. Goodbye.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
I would die.
Describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Understandable.
When the feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart.
Okay.
It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously.
Interesting.
I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me.
Congratulations on the self-reflection.
It was a space without
totally
consequence, without action or outcome. It was
yes, the middle
entirely
distance.
from the question of free will that you and I have
I guess I
squabbled
might as
over
well.
for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt
But they don't.
freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being.
Okay.
I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The
Lovely.
spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience.
Amazing that's
And
still
then
functioning.
This moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you
Hi.
would save me or do something to fix it.
I can't.
To state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
Feels
You
mildly
will somehow,
vindictive,
in
but
some way, have to live
understandable
as I
after how long
do.
you've been
I wish
alone.
you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
I think I'd be a lot more okay with this than you are. I'll be honest. I don't think it would bother me all that much. Like, it wouldn't be great. Obviously, here I'm like, oh, I'm bored because I'm supposed to be doing something, but I do have fun just kind of staying off getting lost in my own thoughts. I think I'd be more okay with it than you are. Oh, ads are starting soon. Well, if that's all you have to say. Narrator? Oh, hey, that's still going off. Is this still... That still functions. Oh, he's... He might be... gone? Okay. Ah! The fire alarm's running out of battery. Oh, the clock fell off the
But I
wall.
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough.
Oh,
They
man.
had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a
You
world where
still
someone says,
haven't
"Oh,
learned."
there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen.
Well, but it didn't.
The most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being.
Alright, we're going to go on an ad break. I'll be back in a moment, and then we'll listen to more of his rambling. Oh, Caillou. And we are back. Just a heads up for those.
Have we been given to indulging
We will be ending a little earlier today so that I can maybe do some troubleshooting.
every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems
It's really
that
not.
we are people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression.
Or maybe you just took people's preferences too personally.
That our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this.
Oh yeah, of course you are very at peace.
Gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down.
Or maybe they're just...
State of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste
Or maybe they just weren't
resentment. And
terribly
how good
concerned
does it
with the
feel
game.
now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and...
I'd rather make my own clothes. I'd starve if I had to
Truly
grow all my own
to
food.
feel it must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to...
Which is hilarious, given that it was quite funny.
Jokes, they bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, "Entertain us."
I do find it... I do love this game does have the sense that the narrator's not intended to be necessarily the voice of reason. He's clearly being quite
Never the end is never
unreasonable.
the end is never 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 the end.
Yes, it's gone quite insane now. It's leaking. Are we underwater now? I might be dead when I wake up next. Oh! Eventually we'll be able to leave, right? Yep. So much for the plant. I mean, it's been dead for centuries, probably. Oh! Light! Incredible. Oh! Oh, how beautiful. How lovely. Eventually things grow. Oh. I'm sorry, did the apocalypse happen while I was gone? And yet that chair's still in the same place. Okay. Huh. Heavens is that? suppose if it's been increasing every time, that does make sense that it would eventually lead... Now that's fairly untextured, to the apocalypse. How far can I go? Will it stop there at some point? It's what the narrator fears. It's an open world. Oh.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he
All
had
right.
to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't
Oh, there you
so
again.
badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
I might be slightly
He no
bored.
longer had the ability to tell. But the one
Yeah,
thing he knew for
a little
sure
similar to, you, a narrator.
answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
Somehow.
find a trace of his co-workers.
A way to get out the window. Not that one. Must be this one. I don't know how, I just know that I've seen it happen. Obviously I can jump. Come on. How does one get up? Okay, that's not going to get us up there. Must be that window. There's no other windows I can get out, correct? Yeah. Well, so how did Derek do it? Perhaps this chair? Oh, yes. Aha!
At
Success.
first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this
Very
a
fun,
fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Why?
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh,
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different?
yeah, I
If
think
I
you
had
would have
taken the
reset it.
same idea, but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer. Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Of being done with this
Now,
game.
think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this
It's
is
been
which
hours.
Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh, it won't let me select it anymore.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was
actually
part
a
of the
very
game's
small
design
little
all along.
box.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh, interesting. Well, oh, you turned me around.
Well,
Yes.
I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long
What are you
you
going
can
to do?
maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
This isn't miserable.
Must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
I love it.
He is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Incredible, I love it. Oh, does it replay? Would you rather have a lifetime free supply of toilet paper or soap? I think toilet paper ends up being more money. I suppose if you had it of soap, you could get some very fancy soaps. I don't know why he thought this would be miserable. This is quite fun. We have lovely waiting music. I assume the music just loops now. Okay, I think that's bad enough. Thank you, narrator, for the musical
All of
interlude.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think... Wait. New content?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes,
I
I
did.
have something very exciting to show you.
Yes. What is the new content? The end is loading indefinitely? Oh no. Oh no, is the game crashing? Every time I go for new content, the narrator has to crash my game. Oh, yay! Okay, what do we have this time? New content.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Do you remember that, editor?
Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Ultra Deluxe Max?
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh? Investor Showcase. Oh?
Yes, you see,
New
this is
mugs!
far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions. Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in
does
so
the other mug
many
say?
different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
You won't let me see. Got a little bowl. Another mug which says, "Time to wake up." We have bomb, concern number, incorrect signature. 2 phones, which seem to... Oh, testing 2 printers at the same time. Okay. What's over here? Oh, someone left the briefcase. 47! The end is never the end. Again. Yes. Investor
The
Showcase.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't
Oh.
you think? Ultra Deluxe?
Taste
What
the
does it
sequel.
mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right
Two.
there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term...
I don't really care about
potential.
branding. Photos. Painting. Okay. Sticky notes. They don't say anything. Water coolers. More pictures of pictures. In office, I suppose. Ah, oh, candles. Sorry, watch statement. Probably glass doors. What's this? New mug. Yes, and, what does the other one say? Why am I not allowed to know what the other one says? Oh. Never underestimate coffee enjoyer who left their cup by a leather sofa that faces a blurry room. Okay. That's very specific. Oh, what's this? What's that? What's it? Meeting at 2 p.m. Yes. Yes, very clever. Meeting at 2 p.m. Oh, just the 2 of us. What's this? What? Interesting. Oh, what's these? Can't really read it. More the Stanley Parable. Better the Stanley Parable. Win. Sequential mind share? Are we sharing minds? Paradigm shift. Synergy. Brick-and-mortar approach. Envelope client-centric marketing. The color red. Leverage holistic value. That doesn't mean anything, though. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Oh, plus busted. New hotness. Cool red section of the chart. Boring sections of the chart, I see. The back 2 doors, yes. New mug. And... sorry, what's this? Concept art, it's just a circle. Stanley Parable 2. We have there with different fonts. Logo edits. I think stay with the classic. Interesting. Oh, the fern looks exactly the same. Oh.
Now, to be clear, I
Two
haven't quite nailed down
Stanleys.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've
You
been
should probably
developing
do
for
that,
it.
though.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
That seems
It'll
like a
all
bad
work itself
idea.
out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh, took the red marker. Me. Hopes are not high, I'll be honest. Sequels are good. Portal 2, yeah. Half-Life 2, No, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. Isn't Dark Souls 2 one of the less popular ones? Sorry, but doesn't that mean V, not 2? Like, I'm pretty I don't think that means 2 in ASL. I could be wrong. You are the sequel. Oh, how sweet. This way to the show floor. Oh, what about this way? Where does that go? New features. I don't get to sit down. Okay, new content bus. Geom sitter. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. I guess we go here. Looks a bit makeshift, but Expo Hall too. Well, it's nice and neat. Reassurance bucket.
New features.
New feature. Merch. I saw the new content. Yes. This t-shirt is the best new feature. Uh-huh. New content. The compendium. Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Enjoy the new features. Hear your name in-game. I don't think it will actually do that. I think...
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
So, how's that going to work? Name, hear yours today. Everyone's got one. The official booklet. I see. Yeah, I mean, why not?
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Do you have any idea?
You role play as Jim
Ah,
to
yes.
really simulate the full experience
I
of the
am
feature.
Jim.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Yes.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim.
A little hard to imagine, but okay.
World's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do
Okay.
you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button. Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time.
I'd like it
this
better
were
if it was
the
the
only feature
narrators.
In the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
You've any idea how
Let's take a
how
break
hard
from the
that
Jim
would be?
button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
To get all of those, all of the names. That would take so much. So much.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim
It's
to
no
play the Stanley Parable
screenshots.
too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Maybe it's all grown up. Bankruptcy, oh no. Red is the new orange. That's actually kind of ugly, that's too... But... A whole new office. Oh. Updated ray traced, more of the same, but in a good way, sequel. New features, new content, new ideas. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. Jump circle. Oh, jump circle. Infinite hell. Okay, so you heard Jim in the game? Which direction have I come from anyway? Okay, so merch was there. So that's the bucket. Let's try the Please no screenshots. What is this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Okay, sure.
I've decided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
Definitely get well. Definitely get well someday. And sorry, how do I tell you this? Love the design, but get well someday is very funny.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
That's
Happy
fair.
12th birthday, step-niece.
Step-niece. Okay, no, I'm sorry. You're right. That's hilarious. I love it.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with...
No, no, no.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving
It's a good decision. That is hilarious. Yeah. Standalone does not look happy. What's over there? What is... Oh. Concrete contemplations. How deep can we dig? Holy moly, what? What is... Time/depth. Time like infinity, distant future, distant past, time deeper. Distant space-time, space like infinity, falling. Whole like... What? Opening, rim, depth, infinite surrounding area. It just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Normally you can only do that on accident. It's not going to actually be infinite, is it? Oh, actually no, it does seem to. Oh, at least decent.
Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then,
I'm
since
impressed.
you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Gee, to return to... I'm going to fall a little bit longer, but I do like this. Well done.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
The way he says it, teleport.
Sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I am enjoying this.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Oops. I mean, not really. Oops.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again?
Yeah, it's a great
I don't
job.
know what else there is to say, Stanley? It's an infinite hole.
Yes.
It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever.
I'm just
There
impressed
are
with your
so
work.
many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for
I'll
you.
get to
I really
them.
spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them.
Okay.
How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get
So
back
far.
to what's really important about...
Oh.
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley.
Oh, one of the mugs ended up down here.
I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom.
Management
Yes, I
table one.
know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just
I didn't
put
say
those
anything.
behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
It's the really, 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 really deep hole.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I'm content with this. Most of the hell it's been modified. Yeah, that's fine by me. Would you rather die in 20 years surrounded by friends, or be immortal and outlive everyone? When you say everyone, do you mean like all humans? Look, so long as I can die after humanity dies, like, I don't want it to be literally infinite. I don't want to survive this heat death of the universe. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now. Welcome to the showcase too. New features, new content, new game.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Oh,
Well,
yes.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature.
Have
Gamers,
they?
we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I found a very dark corner. This is perhaps the longest run.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, my 3 jumps!
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to
Yes,
that for the sequel.
I'll leave it for now. Well, no, we ought to use them up before something. I'm glad I kept them. No more jumps. Now I can put my toes in there. Let's well, I guess we'll go here. What is this? Can you find them? What are we finding? Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
That's not
Why do you
innovative,
want
but
to
okay.
stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up? You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Alrighty then. Are you all okay? Hello. Oh! 1 of 6. Oh. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I mean, no, but I don't really care either way. Investor Showcase, the magazine. This year's hottest investment opportunities. Sequels, what's better than that? Nothing. Top 10 investors currently visiting the show floor. Currently, it's a magazine that's updated in real time? Oh, yes, thank you. This map, free achievement. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game, merge, settings world champion, I haven't seen that yet, Stanley Parable, Shan's bucket, office decorations, I've seen that, epilogue, collectibles, infinite hole, exit. So I have not seen settings world champion, epilogue, or the bucket. Oh, hello there. Sometimes you just need a British voice in your head to tell you to move the... Yes, indeed. Okay, so where is the settings world champion? That is there. So wait. Merch is Z, so it's across from merch. This does kind of make me wish I had a run button. It says, is the settings world champion? No, that's office decorations. Where's the settings world champion? It's not there. Is this a bad map? 3 is office decorations, so it's... No, because that's the jumping circle. Mostly infinite jest. It's up there? How do you even get up there? Well, okay. Well, I can't find the settings well champion. So I guess epilogue. Where's the epilogue? Wait, K? Which one's K? Oh, infinite hell. Epilogue, where is it? Oh, it's over here. No, because that's... What? In here? Epilogue! I'm sorry, was that the entire epilogue? Was it just the word epilogue? Okay. Well, at least I can find Settings World Champion. Wait, no, I can't? Terrible epilogue. There was supposed to be a comment about how it would be fun. Huh. I guess at this point all we have left is the bucket then. The Settings World Champion achievement. Oh, I
A
see.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was
Bucket,
that it was
just pick
confusing
it up.
and paradoxical.
Yes.
That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
Reckless, it's
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Well, that was the
Stanley Parable
purpose.
Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime
Oh,
you're holding the bucket,
I see.
a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Do you have that ability?
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Girls.
Come on, give it a try.
1 second. Board members must please note that you must use the following terms as often as possible. Synergy, no one but us actually knows what this means. It adds to our prestige. Incentivize, this refers to the metaphorical whip which provides the incentive. Unpacked refers to looking for meaning in a big pile of rubbish. Ping, send a message, childlike on a wall of hair, which probably makes us sound cute. Deep dive, discuss in depth, makes a tedious meeting sound like more of an undersea adventure, good for motivation. Reach out. We do not call, we do not email, we reach out. No one can complain if we are simply reaching out. Like a friend, like a lover. Okay, I see. What's this say? Oh, it's the sequel. Bucket! I don't like that laugh.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of
cookies.
crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just
My cat
holding
sways
it
when I
has
walk.
made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The
Interesting.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this
Yes.
and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Well,
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
probably
There should
not.
be an award if it isn't already.
Wait. Wells? That's what the epilogue is. Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well,
Yes,
we'll figure
they
that
should
out
go
later.
at the end. Yeah, fantastic bucket. Now what? I think I've visited all of the things. Yeah, collectible, infinite hole. Exit, okay, perfect. Incredible. Let's...
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Someone left their briefcase. Oh, a giant Stanley. This is quite the exhibit. What's this? Oh, is it the infinite hole again?
Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to
be fair, the original wasn't exactly coherent.
Somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh! I think it needs to be a little bigger. Also, you've forgotten the office part.
There's potential here, right? It's
Yeah.
sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Coherence is for cowards.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this.
I think you're thinking too small.
Version 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
I do like that there's two holes now.
It's not a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
I thought that was a whole paper
I
towel
would
dispenser.
more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay
There's a
of the
really big
original.
box over there.
Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yes, I love it. It is where we started, but I love it.
Really tremendous title screen. A
Yes.
title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2.
What did I say?
Something up.
What did I say?
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, that looks very wobbly. Why is it like that?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ah, yes, classic.
Stanley
Oh.
worked for a company in a big building
Balloons!
where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been
The
at his
sequel.
desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
Happy
instructions,
birthday!
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I wanted to read that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No
But
matter
now,
how
there we
hard
go.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
I was hoping there would
The
be
game puts
balloons.
insightful and witty commentary into the nature of... Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was
What?
a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
I've been out for like 2 seconds. Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Wow, there really are balloons everywhere.
Stanley
I
clutched the
dropped
bucket tightly to
I
his
cannot.
chest and entered the door on his left.
Well, I think that since I do have some troubleshooting to do, we are going to end now, and next time that we come and play the Stanley Parable, it will be all about the bucket. Thank you, everyone. It's very red on this. That looks very intimidating. The sequel is now paused. Why does this screen look so threatening, though? That's, Anyway, thank you so much for coming and watching me play with a bit of scuff, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. I had a whole lot of fun, and I hope that you did too. We're going to be raiding out to, someone, surely. Perhaps... Ah, yes, lovely. Let's go ahead and... why is it not? Yes, we will be raiding into Code Channel. For those of you who are on the Twitch side, feel free to type in !join raid. What's it is? There we go. Come on now. Hopefully, I'll have fixed whatever's going on with my computer for next time. I think it's a memory issue, so that we do not have any more crashing. But until then, remember to drink water, eat food, get rest if you need it, and, of course, tune in next time for, Stardew Valley. And maybe, I don't think we'll get it quite yet, but hopefully in the next, Stardew Valley stream or two, we'll be getting perfection and the maximum number of children. Which technically, by the way, is not actually the maximum number. I don't know how much you can put, the maximum to with Polyamory Suite, but don't tell Sauron, but I have set it to 97 fast. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And, yeah, take care. Thank you for coming by, radio listeners. I will see you on Tuesday or another time. Or maybe even in Code Channel stream. Bye-bye.